She's born in a bog, she's hated by hog, looks like a frog, smells like a dog. Let's talk of her traits as vague as a fog. Wurt's stats for health, hunger, and sanity appear quite normal, but same cannot be said for her appearance. Still, the girl with messed up looks sure knows where to look, most notably the nasty tentacles constantly seeking snatch for a catch. This is a gift she has along with the legs to skip across murky lands as if running through a well-paved road. Hand her a cane and she's practically flying, but neither natural nor cobble roads will help her tread faster than she already is. Now jogging like that sure burns some calories, but her diet strictly forbids her from taking proper protein. All vegans in this game, I cleanse them with fire, but I spared this one because she knows how to eat efficiently. By that I mean she makes sure all veggies fill her stomach more than they usually do. So 3 cooked juicy berries and she's as well fed as those who wolf down entire honey ham. This also applies to various vegetarian crockpot dishes, turning this dessert into hearty meal. Apparently, Wurt's favorite snack is durian, a fruit she can relate to. Without sanity or health penalty, the fruit can be a decent chow, but farming is a rather tedious task, so durian is more of a lucky treat than a food to rely on. Likewise, raw kelp too has no negative effect on Wurt and is a snack equivalent to a stick of carrot when consumed by others. Being a Merm herself, Wurt is a victim of racism, but at least she can hire her neighbors as slaves, turning them into efficient choppers, miners, fighters, and brother killers. The payment is done with fish or plant-based food as simple as seeds. Just like Wurt, all veggies are extra filling to all Merms, and 9 pack of seeds can get you nearly 3 days maximum contract. However, technically the cheapest payment is fish, be it raw or cooked. While giving half a day contract, the fish itself is not consumed and can be retrieved among remains of your slave after you put it through a suicide mission. Fish can be gifted in such way due to popular Merm culture where fish is considered a pet. When kept in position, it gives happiness equal to that of Top Hat. For some reason, however, this pet being dead or cooked doesn't seem to matter one bit. Slippery as fish she may be, Wurt's hands have some tight grip, allowing her to grab onto even the wettest of the wet handles of any tools. Now that's enough on Wurt's biology, let's talk about what exclusive crafting knowledge she possesses. Not just for speed boost, but marsh turf is needed when placing various Merm constructions, which will be discussed very soon. You could dig up swampland using pitchfork, but if you're more of a preserver, Wurt can craft marsh turf on her own. Cost-wise, it's not too expensive, just very ugly. With the new house she builds, Merms can be relocated, but unlike natural rundown shanty, this one holds only 1 Merm at a time. Should the neighbor run into unfortunate accident, it will take about 2 days for them to return. Royal tapestry indeed requires handful of ingredients that you need to gather around the world, but all in all, it's a worthwhile project. Once tapestry is placed, a Merm nearby will declare itself as a potential leader and will grow into a king if Wurt feeds it enough. Cheapest option being 4 mushrooms, 4 carrots, 6 berries, or 11 seeds. So let's talk about this glorified fish sticks. This so-called king has rather high health that can regenerate at a quick rate, but faster depleting is his hunger rate, leading him to starvation 4 days after being fully fed. By the comment he makes, one can assume if the king is well fed, peckish, hungry, very hungry, or nearly starving. Also note that Merm King has a peculiar digestive system among Merms and will not receive the filling bonus from vegetables you provide. So why summon this slob that needs constant tending? Well, mostly because all Merms strive stronger on the blessing of the king. Wurt receives dramatic upgrade of health, hunger, and sanity. Normal Merms around the world too become tougher when it comes to both pounding and getting pounded. However, under new regime, the maximum slave contract duration decreases, and the Merms are quicker to leave your side if not paid more often. Although fish does not fill the king's stomach, you can trade it for a handful of various items including rot, kelp, seeds, trinkets, and tentacle spot. The king may seem like a passive prick, but if under attack he will summon 4 guards to protect him until all threat is eliminated. However, if all guards are beaten, the king cannot summon them until the next day. Until then, he is nothing but a punch bag that will eventually reduce to pile of fish, frog legs, and kelp. Obviously, the bonus received from the king goes away with him until someone else sits on that mat. Note that the king's power does not reach the cave, therefore another king must be placed underworld for Wurt to receive blessing when downstairs. Third construction Wurt can build is the Watchtower, which will only be occupied once the king sits on the throne. The Merm guards can be hired like regular ones and for good reasons due to their higher health and damage. They'll carry out your usual chores of chopping and mining, but it's wiser to have them fight racism. However, their strength falls with their king, becoming even more pathetic than common Merm. While it usually takes about half a day for a dead guard to be replaced, during winter that time is stretched to 6 days, so best be cautious exactly when you hire them. The next trick up Wurt's slimy sleeve is this disguise that helps the wearer blend in with the walking fish society. With this, Wurt's friend can benefit from Merm slavery and interaction with the king, both feeding and trading. However, the mask will not allow them to hire Merm guards. That privilege remains strictly to this fishy girl. And now the trivia. Do note that some of these rules may change in the future. If placed very closely, 4 Merm houses require only 1 marsh turf. Same goes for the Watchtower. Wurt can read books from the librarian, gaining or losing sanity depending on what she reads. Pigman wearing Merm disguise becomes passive towards Wurt, but that still doesn't mean you can hire them as slaves. Wurt cannot trade trinket with the king of racists. Possibly in relation to this update, Merm heads now drop fish heads. When drowned, Wurt does not receive any stats penalty besides being wet, and does not lose any items besides what she holds in her hand. Since there really is no disadvantage when king is left hungry, you can simply place 2 Merm houses by the tapestry, spawning 2 Merms that constantly replace each other when the one before dies of hunger. In this case, all that's needed are a couple of vegetables for the soon-to-be king in the beginning, much cheaper than feeding this bum nearly every day. With the king above ground, the simple act of entering and leaving underground resets Wurt's condition. This also occurs in the event of inauguration and death of the king. And that is all I have uncovered from this newcomer and the toys she brought. If there is any information I failed to mention, do show them in the comment section and help enlighten the world. Like, share, and subscribe for the content straight to the point yet filled with details, for I wish to waste my own time in order to save yours. With that being said, cheers!